raw material suppliers had taken the advantage and they had given the very big shocks to the industry by increasing the prices without any reason. In these 13 days, they had increased almost 65%. We are not in a mood to think of next quarter. Even just we are thinking about tomorrow.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Sumpoorn MSME Monthly Conversation series. This time, we would like to welcome Mr. Anil Reddy Vennam, who's the Senior Vice President for the All India Plastics Manufacturers Association. The association has more than 22,000 members and across more than 170 cities of the country. There are, I think, around 90% of the members are MSMEs. So we understand our core focus of our discussion today is going to be on small businesses. Jocata Sumpoorn Index, which is the only high-frequency monthly indicator for economic activity of MSMEs, was averaging around 0.58. So just to give you an idea, 0.5 is the level dividing contraction and expansion. So we were about 0.58 for most of FY26. And after the GST2 rate rationalization from November onwards, we've seen a very sharp uptick. November, it was 0.61. And in February, which is our latest data, the index is at 0.63. It's the highest level that it's been since November 2022. So in more than 3 years, it's the highest level. So the economy was in a very, referred to as the Goldilocks moment in February. We were all in a very good space. And then 28th February, the conflict started. And now there are ramifications across the board because of supplies of crude, LPG and LNG. And since the plastic sector is so directly impacted with the petrochemical, value chain, we are really happy to have you to tell us exactly what is happening on the ground. So I'd just like to begin by asking you, what are the raw materials? I think, according to one of the statistics I was reading, is about more than 70% of the total cost in plastics, approximately. So what are the operational challenges that MSMEs are facing in your industry right now on cost as well as price?
Yeah, presently, after the 28th February from 1st of March, what the challenges we are facing is almost right from procuring raw material to receiving the payments to all angles. For example, if you see from the procuring the raw material, as the prices had gone up, on 20th of February, the war took place. On 1st of March, the routine price increase took place. And on 3rd of March, without any reason, they increased. On 6th of March, they increased. 9th of March, they increased. And 12th of March, they increased. In these 13 days, they had increased almost 65%. That is without any reason. Because on 28th, when the war started, even the crude which is on the line, which will reach here, it will take some time. If feedstock which is available with them could have taken care for the next 1-2 months. But unfortunately, the raw material suppliers had taken the advantage and they had given the very big shocks to the industry by increasing the prices without any reason. That is the game of the producers, that we cannot help it out. So in the meantime, apart from the procuring raw material, the price increase, and there was some little bit shortages were there, which it is an artificial shortage. I personally won't feel that is a real shortage. Like what some people were stocking or stockists are stocking. They are not giving. The open market had jacked up to more than 200 rupees, where the actual price was 150, 160. So open market people had taken the advantage and they hold the stock for a certain period. So these are the first 15 days, it was totally hue and cry with the industry. Apart from this, in each and every state, in general, as an industry, March being in a year ending, everybody have the what you call target-oriented issues. Like we need to complete the target challenges, and we have to complete the production and deliver the goods. to the industry, or even, for example, for the plastic industry, most of the people are from the packaging side. So the other side people, our customers, those who are packing their products, so they also feel that their product should go out before 31st March as a targets. So the challenges, major challenges we faced. So in spite of the price increase, without any second thought, most of the entrepreneurs, that the manufacturing sector, had supported the consumers without maximum increase in the price, because very next day nobody will give the price increase. It will take some time to reconcile or whatever the process took place. So as on today also, the prices what has been increased in last 40 days, we have not received that increase of price. So simultaneously, most of the small scale sector had to forego their profits. Yes, they are running their units with the nominal cost, whatever the possible way, and they're supplying the goods so that there should not be any effect in the open market. Open market in the sense, these are the packing materials which are required to the different sectors. So that should not be get affected. For example, pharma industry, that should not get affected. For FMG industry, that should not be get affected. So where the common man will get affected in general. So that sort of thing should not be happen. So industry has taken a challenge that we should not make common man affected. So whatever the best way, the industry had tried to give it. Apart from this, being in a March ending, the bankers was not cooperative, and they have not given any special support in the meantime. So automatically our working capital limits, which were in general for small scale sector, it will be full every time. More than 80 to 90% it will be covered. Once the price had jacked up, so procuring the raw material was also very problematic for the entrepreneurs. So that was one challenge. And being in a March, even our consumers have not paid the payment, even though it is more than 45-60 days. That was also again a big challenge. Apart from this, the one more challenge we faced is the labor problems. Most of the states, as you see that in the plastic industry, local labor will not be there. Most of the people will come from Rajasthan or different states. They go for a holiday in the month of April and May for a 1 month, 45 days. So this is the second challenge. And even the electricity charges every year in most of the states. Every year from April onwards, they revise the charges. So that is again a big challenge for the industry. So these are the major challenges which has been faced by in last 35-40 days. So we are trying to make ourselves comfortable, but unfortunately things are not moving in that direction. And even recently there was a government side support for small support by reducing the custom duty by 7.5%. Even that effect was not given by the raw material suppliers. They have jacked up the local prices to that extent. That means they have matched the international prices, whatever we are getting. So that benefit also we have not received. So these are the tactics played by the cartel, by the raw material producers. This is not at all fair. Especially this is a time where we have to get support individually. I mean, one-to-one support should be there. Raw material people should support the consumer. I mean, manufacturer should support the consumer. Like it's a chain. We have to make ourselves comfortable and move forward. Every time the government of India cannot give 100% support, but we are also looking forward from the government of India. The way the COVID time, they have given a special package, finance at that time. So we had given to our Secretary DCPC for requesting to give that sort of package. At the time of COVID, they had given a special 20% and second phase 20%, 10%. So that sort of support should be given. That is more important. And second thing, if anybody has any NPS in the month of March, that should be given a special, what you call...
Predatory.
They have to take care of that one also. And next coming 6 months also, they have to take care of NPS issues, support in different manner. They should not get affected. These are the issues what we are looking forward from the government.
And has the government been able to be a little bit more proactive with the larger manufacturers also? Or it's... It's still
Larger,
the same situation.
larger manufacturer or smaller manufacturers, the basic requirements like raw material price increase that
Huh.
cannot be the government. So either large or small, that will the same effect. Definitely, bankers will have a special sympathy towards the large people.
Huh.
Small scale will not have that support. So maybe that is a different, but it's not from government side. It is a bank to the customer side.
Right.
So I would think that the government, but overall, if I see from the government side, except the custom duty, no other packages was given by the government as on date.
I think there is some news that they're mulling a new scheme that will come out over the next 15 days, which will be for small businesses, but it's still news. Nothing has come out detailed so far.
I really appreciate if the government comes in that line, but they need to make it fast because once the chain breaks, then
Yeah.
reviving will be very problematic for the small scale sectors. So whatever the government wanted to do, they had to do start with some sort of cushion immediately, and
Hmm.
maybe further discussions or further calculation from the government side they can extend further.
Hmm.
Whatever
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
there should be some piecemeal support should be done.
Yeah. So we've heard that there are about 4 to 5 million jobs in the plastic industry, all in the nation. So there are also some news reports that part of these jobs also there could be some losses now or even going ahead because of the constraints that you have.
Definitely, ma'am. See, when the raw material prices, which the way it has gone up, and my customer is not in a mood to give,
Hmm.
there is no alternate and there is no option for anybody to reduce the capacities.
Right.
Once we reduce the capacities, then we cannot, the entrepreneur cannot ask the labor to sit and give the salaries. So
Hmm.
most
Hmm.
of this is only news to me. I have not directly interacted with the most of the entrepreneurs, but what I came to know is, in general, April, May, the labor goes for holiday.
Anyway.
So these people are taking the advantage and sending early to their holiday. And in some states,
Okay.
there are elections, like Assam and other places, some elections.
Yeah.
So that way, some labor are moving around. So I cannot say that the loss of job at this junction, because when they are going on holiday, also the backlog, holidays, leaves, everything will be paid. Holidays will be there. So
Hmm.
definitely is a salary paid only. So I think that sort of things happening. But industry is in the slow mode now. It
Right.
is not 100% the what we initially yourself and your team was expressing right from November to February. Everything was going
Wonderful.
wonderful, and the way it was going, all of a sudden, overnight, a lot of things have changed. So in last 30 days, really, it's very hard noting to say that we do not know what will happen in next moment.
Yeah. I think that uncertainty is also something that makes it more difficult for you to plan also for the next quarter, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are not in a mood to think of next quarter. Even just we are thinking about tomorrow. Just thinking
Oh,
of
okay.
that is a
Yeah, that's a difficult one. What about on the exports, on the trade front? Because we were doing quite well. I think the plastics was doing quite well last year.
yeah,
So
exports
like,
for whatever the commitments were there,
huh,
that we had to fulfill it, provided logistic issues without any
right.
logistic.
Yeah, yeah.
So if there is any logistic problem is not there, so exports are going, because that is a commitment. See, once we receive the export order, any entrepreneur will procure the raw material and they will gear up to that level. So definitely for the month of March, whatever the commitments were there, logistic cargoes are moving. Definitely everybody would have supplied 100% as per the requirement. Unless until if there is a cargo is not available, and the
Yeah.
prices, there's no doubt that
Prices.
people had jacked up the prices due to certain reasons
Yeah.
that well known to everybody. I am not interested in making that statement, but it's unfortunate. Nobody can do anything. For them
Mm.
also, some reasons they can say, but they had to see from both the ends. We are see ultimately, madam, what we we as association feel is everybody should work hand and glove and move forward.
Right.
That should be the way. I cannot say that prices had gone up to this level, so I need 100% payment. It's not possible. So I have to compromise somewhere, and the opposite side people also should compromise somewhere, and we have to move forward. That should be the way we have to work, and we should see how best we can move forward. Our flag can move forward.
So you feel that spirit of cooperation that was there during COVID hasn't come in now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
COVID, literally, there is no words to say. Even when the government, state governments for packaging, they had given a special relief for manufacturing. They have supported state governments because Government of India rules and regulations, everybody had to follow.
Right.
But local level state governments have to take care and they have to do the process. So state governments, for example, the state of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, where I am regularly monitoring. At the COVID time, I was the South Vice President for South. So I was coordinating at that time. So most of the state governments at South had given the best of the support. We could manufacture. The raw material was available in different ways. The raw material procurement was supportive, and bankers were supportive. For initial days, there was some confusion, but I think if I'm not wrong, sometime on the month of March, the COVID started. By 15th of March or 20th of March, the banks had started giving the special loans. So that was immediate, and we could move forward. Because at that time, packaging material was the more at focus.
Right.
That was only the option for delivering the goods, supplies.
Yeah. But this time there is a crunch on the movement of goods also, the supply of raw materials, even what is imported. You would also be having imports of raw materials being constrained now, or not really?
Definitely there will be a constraint on import of raw material, but not totally dependent on the imports.
Right.
So if you see the total requirement of our Indian point of view, in certain products we are surplus, and we even export certain products. Certain products we have a shortage that we have to import. That particular materials, like different grades we have, in one of the grades, if the material may not have reached, but overall, if you see, more than 80% to 85%, which is very much available within the Indian markets with the public sector organization, Reliance and other agencies. So definitely there was no logistic problem. It was only certain grades which are supposed to come that particular area. That is also no issue now. Even after giving this benefit of custom duty, I think we are even exploring the ways from America and China also. So hopefully we may get some materials by end of this month.
So since plastics feeds into so many, almost every industry is what you're actually, moving into. So you had said that there are some industries where you have given a priority, given the constraints. What is that? Can you give us an idea of which industries are getting a priority and which ones? What is the demand outlook for you across different industries?
One is FMGC and other is the pharma industry. These are the two major where the common man get affected if any shortage creates. Even like a milk packet. These are the commodities where we have given more important. And exports happening, so deemed exports or direct exports, there also we are trying to support that particular areas. But overall, if you see the regular packaging within the Indian movement, so one or the other way, only packaging sector will get affected. Otherwise, in different commodities like in plastics, which goes to the critical components in aerospace or different places. That places, it is little bit slow now.
Even construction, pipes and...
Construction, I won't think there is a problematic because PVC is the major requirement, and PVC we have some imports are coming, so that is not an issue at all. And construction being in a summer, the phase of activity will be more faster because next season is the rainy season.
Yes.
So whatever the outside works, that has to be completed in the summertime.
Right.
Inside works, infra can be done in the rainy season also.
Correct.
So that sort of activities will take place faster.
So essentially what you're saying is that there'll be a differential impact not only across the sectors also into where you're feeding.
Yes.
Right. So since packaging goes everywhere, I'm just thinking now that, even a rice bag would need, so even in agriculture or even something as basic as that.
Yeah, agriculture sector also need, because now it's a paddy season now.
Yeah.
Even the wheat season. So these are the areas we have to gear up for that, because these are the bags with the PP polypropylene. That is the reason government has specifically made a duty exemption to any possibilities their requirement of imports, so that there should not be any shortage of material. In PP, we have got surplus in general within the India manufacturing, so there should not be any problem. But even though if we foresee any sort of problems, what we came to know, even the dollar is very strong, almost 95 rupees.
Yes.
Our producers, raw material producers, they are not exporting the material now. So that is a good sign.
Okay.
That is a good sign for the Indian market, Indian consumers.
Okay. With the sentence when you said that you're worried about tomorrow, it's not about the next quarter, you're worried about tomorrow and what is going to happen. So how long do you think, since we don't know what is happening with the conflict, how long do you think that small businesses can actually weather this whole crisis, and what are you looking forward for support?
The government of India definitely will come forward, but it may take some time for them to do all the process. But whereas the bankers, at their end, by seeing their client point of view, they should support a small way, maybe 5-10% increase of the existing working capital without any further collateral. So that sort of support should be given by the existing banker. So, they should come forward and say to their clients, you can have, because as on 31st March, that was a constraint for the bankers, because they cannot extend any over limits. But now in April, they can do whatever they want for first quarter, because this is a period, there won't be any negative impact on the bank financials also by giving extra support.
Yeah.
That means government will also come out with some sort of policy. So this will be in line. So bankers immediately should come out by saying that yes, whatever the limits we have, just go ahead with another 5-10%. That sort of support should come forward from the banker.
So you would expect actually something coming from the Reserve Bank, probably if the individual bankers are not, coming up to the mark.
Madam, one thing I wanted to say, I don't know whether it is right or wrong to comment. A employee working at your place, if you have some problem, you'll come out of the way and try to support them. So at this time, the bankers should also come on that way.
Yes.
They should not wait till the policy of RBI or the government of India. It's a cascading effect will be there further. Once this GST is reduced, so who will get affected? Again, bankers will get affected by not receiving the proper sales figures. So they have to come out with their own this thing. They should not wait for the RBI or government of India.
Yeah.
So I think individual banks, the head of the individual bank should
do something proactively. Yeah. So we were even looking at, right now, if you're saying that at present, there aren't any job losses, but there is definitely a reduction in capacity. So you would have working capital needs and so on. But even for workers going forward, there could be loss of jobs and incomes, which again feeds into, loans and, the various loans that they have taken on their personal front also.
That will start only after May or June, because once they come back, those who have gone for a holiday or maybe those who are staying here, this is the period for the increments, regular increments every year. So they'll also have some expectations. For example, every year we are increasing by 5% to 10%, depending upon the category of the workforce.
Right.
So they will have that same expectations. I cannot say that at this time I will not increase. That is because, I mean, overall, if you look towards the inflation side, there's a inflation.
Right.
This gas prices had gone
That's
up.
so true.
After election, fuel prices will go up.
Will go.
So other activity, even if you see there are some commodities, as the packaging material prices gone up, so even the product price will go up. So all the prices will go up by next couple of days. So those people will also require some increment.
Right.
So if increment is not given, automatically that person will try to search for a different levels. So there will be a gap in the job.
Right.
Maybe suppose in the month of May, if he leaves immediately, in the month of June, he may not get immediate job because he has to search for it. So there will be some sort of gaps will create for the job creations and job losers also.
So, I mean, again, I come back to this because I did want to ask you for what the long-term, view was but if you're saying that we are not looking at the next, it's difficult to say anything for the next quarter.
Madam, the government of India should immediately come for the immediate rescue by giving some sort of soap. That is a point number one. Point number two, we're talking about a long term. Long term, definitely, government of India should estimate till when the war will continue. Even the war is continued till April 15th. I'm just giving a one sort of deadline. That means 45 days this is affected. So this cascading effect will be there for next 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So that is a long-term requirement the government should see.
Right.
In NPA aspects, loan aspects, special cushion aspect, like GST reduction will also give the cushion in the working capital limits.
Right.
Presently, it is 18% in our product. They have to come down. If they come down by 5% or so, the working capital cushion will help. So these are all will work out for moving faster. I mean, once the war is over, then we have to come up and take the space.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we have to move our cycle to 24/7.
Right.
For that, these are the supports we require.
Is there any long-term plan for more, Atmanirbhar Bharat that we talk about? So what can the government or what can the industry do to be more self-sufficient? Is there anything that we can do, or the supply chains are too diversified globally?
Immediately, what I can say, our cycle, which has, I cannot say that 100% broken, but there is some slowdown. So whenever the war is over, there should be some mechanism from the government side to move fast. Some sort of special cushion should be given so that entrepreneur should feel it as encouragement and enthusiastically he has to work. I mean, GST reduction is one point, bank loans is the second point, and even the income tax point of view, long-term extending payment dates.
Right.
These are the ways. For example, March 15th was the last quarter payments.
Thanks.
If I am not wrong, you can check with any income tax officer or income tax people. Definitely, they have not received that what they received in last year, 2025. Yeah. So this time they have not received that level. So definitely, even the dates of the GST regular payment date should be also be some changes should be there, some cushion to be given.
Right.
Because and we are not getting the payments, even though Government of India has given 45 days MSME cushion, that is not followed by private companies, and we cannot go to court or any other agencies to make a complaint because we'll be losing our
right. Yeah.
So the government has to take some initiatives to make them. I mean, if the government supports those people also, they will try to give our payments faster way. I mean, special cushion should be given.
Yeah.
Somewhere I mean, say, I'm not saying that 100% support should be there from the government of India. Some sign should be there from government of India. A positive note should be come from the government of India and the agencies, so that entrepreneur will feel comfortable in moving forward.
Right. Yeah. So I think the cracks that are there, or the gaps that were there before the crisis, which have not been filled up, those would be felt even more deeply now, like delayed payments. They'll be felt even more deeply now because of the shock. So,
And one more thing, madam. This is I'm talking about all the time. We are talking about government of India support, but state governments,
as
they
a
are
lot.
also as a lot. For example, I am very open in saying the Telangana government, they have to give incentives like
Yeah.
electricity charges they have to reduce, or the state government should reduce the taxes on diesel. State government has to reduce the duty on the electricity. State government has to
Right.
reduce. There are certain areas where state government can also help out. So state government should also come out with a package.
The uncertainty has had an opposite effect. Bit is people are hoping that it'll finish fast, so they're not bringing in their artillery of solutions, but it has gone much beyond what anybody, I think, would have expected, the scale of
Yeah,
conflict. So
initially,
it's high time they all responded.
initially when the war broke, we thought it's a matter of 1 week, 10 days, or 15 days.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way it's going, I think we are not seeing, because both the ends, they are strong. I mean, headstrong, and they are not getting
Budging an
low.
inch.
So I don't know where we'll be landing in the middle. All the people, like even if you see the other areas, other countries also getting affected.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no movement of anything. So
Right.
definitely the uncertainty is still there. So once the uncertainty is over, so we can start working how best we can move forward.
Yeah.
So at this section, I cannot say that yes, we are working on how to move forward. So only thing is, whatever the problems we face in last 35-40 days, we have to correct it that by the support by the bankers or the government of India, and we need to bring the regular chain to slow momentum to the fast side.
Right. And the state governments as well. There are a lot of stakeholders who can actually help out, and they really should start doing that part, their part. Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you. This was a really enlightening conversation, and I'd like to thank you for all the insights that you've given us on the plastics.